Hello, I'm Dave, and I'm with Have Travel Memories Vacations, and I'd like to talk to you today about taking your American-made appliances such as blow dryers, curling irons, cameras, laptops, iPhones, all these things to take overseas, make the trip much more pleasant when you're in a foreign country. But before you go, be advised that if you should select an improper device, such as one, we have an older one here, you probably wouldn't take this with you because it's kind of large and bulky. But when you check the nameplate information on the side, this is a quick way to burn out your appliance and or start a fire. Want to avoid that? So we're going to talk a little bit about what to do and what to plan for before you leave. Now, when you go overseas, the plugins that you're going to find, the outlets, are going to be, by and large, different from anything that you have in the US, and you're already familiar with the Type A and Type B plugins. There's 17 different outlets and plugins overseas, and so you're going to need to be familiar with that. So be sure and look at the information on the appliance. Now, generally overseas, you're going to find somewhere between 200 and 250 volts AC, and your normal appliances made in the United States are somewhere around 115 volts, 60 cycles per second. Now, how do we overcome that? Well, fortunately, about 15 years ago or so, the industry has designed appliances that are transformerless. They have a switching technology designed inside in such a way that even though this device is intended for 115 volts, it will safely operate at much higher voltages, over twice the voltage, like up to 240, 250 volts. The best way to do it is read the nameplate information, for example, on a shaver here. That's also true with the curling irons, the blow dryers, even your Game Boys and electronic appliances. And by the way, you may have heard that a hotel or motel or hostel or bed and breakfast will provide adapters, and then you can just turn them in when you're done. Well, that didn't work out for us to be the case, and no one we've found so far. There may be someone somewhere, but in general, you're going to need to bring your own. And when you do, for example, if you go to Europe, Greece, Italy, Turkey, France, you will generally find that you can buy off the market, locally even, little inexpensive devices. This one was about €3 or €4, as I recall, and it fits quite nicely into your smaller appliances, your laptops, that kind of thing. That works well. You can charge things without danger. However, you will not likely be able to charge or operate one of the other heavier devices, such as a curling iron, blow dryers, that kind of thing. They are designed so that you can't plug them in. So in order to do that, you're going to have to gain an adapter that will adapt to such voltages and different styles of outlets. We have found that you get on the internet, or you possibly could buy them off the local economy, specialized adapters that will allow you to use a heavier device such as a blow dryer and curling iron and other devices such as that. And here's one, for example, if you were going to the United Kingdom, England, notice that the plug-in here is different than what you would find in Europe. This one is designed in such a way that there's a little selector switch on the side. So if you're going, let's say you're going to United Kingdom, but you would like to go, say, to Japan or Australia or New Zealand or Poland, then you can select a particular device, and these things will actually work and work quite well. You can, a rule of thumb, if it generates heat, it's going to require more current. That's a given. And if you're going to do that, you will need to price something a little bit more along these lines. Now, before you go on your trip, I've got another little tip that I'll leave with you that seemed to work well with us. When you're using the lesser appliances, like you're charging your camera, your cell phone, your laptop, your iPad, take along an extension cord. And the reason is because you can plug in and charge these devices more than one at a time. In this instance, you can charge at least 4 with this one. So that, and without danger of creating excessive heat. And so you're not going to start a fire. That is assuming, of course, that your appliance isn't severely defective. When you go to these other countries in particular, and a cruise ship in general, they're only going to have like 1 or 2 outlets that you can plug into. So if you have an extension cord, you can get them farther away, and you can put your cell phones and your shavers and your cameras and so forth away from the area, usually a table with a mirror around it, away, and that you'll find that would be more convenient. Also, is true, get the longer cords that go with your iPad, your iPhones, your other cell phones. And you'll find that to be a convenience item as well. Like I said before, check with your travel advisor before going. You will have an advocate. You will have someone that has experience, that's probably either been there themselves or sent numerous people there and about. You'll have fewer unpleasant challenges, and you should have a much more enjoyable trip. So having said that, we hope you have a great and a safe time. Bye for now, from all of us at Have Travel Memories Vacations. Thank you very much.